Okay, I don't know whether that's any better, whether anyone's here or not. Let's try that and see, because we should have game audio now, but I really have no idea if I'm being honest. Um, let's go and see. Do I even have a live stream up? Okay. Right, I do. That's fine. Cool. Okay, and I can hear sound. That's fine. So I think we're right. Okay, in that case, let's try this again. Got chat and stuff. Okay, get back to where we were. And oh, I'd better share it. I'll get the hang of this eventually, I'm sure, but for the time being, it's going to be. There we go. Oh, right, we'll walk. It's easier. Yeah, well, hopefully that hasn't killed the stream already, because it's Hey, hi Doug. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that was due to how I had the audio channel set up on OBS. It was different to the stream, so it just wouldn't pick anything up. All things that I should have thought of if I wasn't being so spontaneous. King Sim, hi, hello. Fenderer, hey. Yeah, okay. Right, I'm glad it's working. Sorry everyone for the slightly false start. We'll get going again. Yeah, no worries, that's fine. It's sort of mid-afternoon for most of you folks in the States, isn't it? So I'm aware it's a bit of a weird time, but it's the first sort of big block of time I've had free. And I didn't really know whether... Hey, hi Pleasant. Yeah, it's good to see faces in the chat, because I was kind of thinking, well, I mean, my thinking was that I've got to do all this like silage work anyway, and I'm not sure I want to make it into like a 3-part video thing, because we've literally just done that and we're going for 3 cuts a year. So instead I thought I'd stream it and just see how that goes, because I've actually got some, hopefully a chunk of uninterrupted time to do it all. So yeah, we've got just the 3 little patches of grass. I don't know whether you'd call them 5 fields or 4 fields or what. So we'll just head around and do that. And then we are going to be... I did think about doing hay, but we are just going for silage because I think we need the money. And yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't exactly say I've been burnt out of FS, but I've just been quite busy at the moment and haven't really sat down at the PC at all the last week. So I don't... if my time's going to be constrained still, then I did consider moving the difficulty from hard to, what is it, medium? The middle one anyway, but I'm not sure about that. Right, I don't really know how you'd approach a pole like that, but I'll just go around it. I'll try to go around it because you don't want to be flattening too much grass, but at the same time I might just drive over all of it. I don't know. There we go anyway. So yeah, sorry for the audio panic, but should have it all figured out now, maybe. So now here, I don't know, we'll just go on the other side here, leave a bit and come back for it, I think. It is nice to be back on Alma because it's been a week or so, and I mean, like I said, I haven't touched any games, but it feels quite familiar in a weird way. Well, I'm sure you get it. Right, so once this patch is done, I'll just check to make sure the stream's still doing. Oh, it's still not picking up game audio, but as long as people have the microphone input, then that's something, I guess. Because I think, well, the last time I tried to switch it, I accidentally killed the whole stream and had to start again because I'm useless at, well, not, oh yeah, I won't talk little of myself, but yeah, first time doing it in at least 3 years. Yeah, at least a couple years. I think I did one stream during COVID way back. What was that? That was FS19 in Germany, doing some sort of big modern European agriculture. So a bit different, but yeah. But yeah, I don't know whether streams will become a more regular. I should have just left that as well. I don't know whether streams will become a more regular thing on the channel, or if this is just a one-time or every now and then kind of thing. I really haven't worked out. Yeah, hope your cattle work goes well, Pleasant. I've been out feeding cows and sheep and lambs this afternoon, and now I'm going out again in, what would it be, 5 hours time, I think. 3 in the morning. I've got a shift, if you could call it that, going down to just bottle feed lambs and check we've still got about 15 sheep left to lamb, so I'll go and check them, go up and check the cows because we got a couple that might calve in the next few days, so just walk around them. But yeah, I hope everyone's week, or last couple of weeks really, has been good, because I've been a bit switched off from everything online, so haven't been following too closely. I've got videos and things to catch up from Sim, Pleasant and Fenderer, I think. Some circular stalking going around with Pleasant and Fenderer there then. Yeah, we'll just get going on this, and I like any sort of mowing hay work style stuff because I can do it a bit on autopilot, so it's nice to my slightly sleep deprived brain. I can just drive around the field in circles lots and lots. But yeah, as I said, I think 2 birds with 1 stone. If I can get this done, then I can move forward with the video series a bit, but still still show you doing the work, and also it's just an excuse because I've been putting off playing a bit, so I'll actually get it all done. And yeah, I should probably do a lap around the outside of the fields again, but I never tend to, I don't tend to with hay work, because what happens is the tedder then chucks it too far out and then you can't pick it up at all with the baler, and then it just bugs me because when it snows you get the weird thing where if there's already like a fill plane or material on the floor or whatever, then the snow doesn't settle on it properly, so it's all a bit weird. And I'm not doing this too methodically really, I'm just going for it. So hopefully still realistic enough, but like I say, I am just doing this mindlessly. We're in far too high a gear too. Okay, so now if we come round, do a bit around the outside. Let's just make sure everything's going all right. I'm still like paranoid. There we go. Paranoid that the stream's not working or anything. That up there. We'll try to, I don't even know whether this would equal another bale or not really. A tiny bit around the edge, but we'll give it a go. And all my grass fields at the moment are fairly small, so I'd quite like to try, it's not going to be for a while, but if we plant a big grass field, then I do like just sort of following lines up and down over and over again. It's quite therapeutic. Oh yeah, I forgot it was the eclipse. I haven't seen any cross-eyed. Yeah, I haven't seen any sort of photos or mention of it yet, but yeah, because we're only, I'm not even sure where I am. I think parts of the UK are getting a very short partial eclipse, but certainly we're not in the path of the full eclipse by any scale. Because yeah, it kind of, the line sort of cut up across the Midwest, didn't it? I've seen like a planned map of it. So yeah, I imagine some of you would have been right in it. But I heard the weather was going to be, oh Christ, I guess it's... Oh no, it is a bit of a steep bank. I'm being stupid. Yeah, I heard the weather wasn't... Well, yeah. Wasn't great. So, hopefully it's been alright in general, but certainly here it's been really horrible. Yeah, it's just a few more minutes of darkness in a weird time rather than anything too unique, I guess. Yeah, that's what I heard. A lot of people were kind of rushing around who'd gone to see it and had to find new places, travelling hours and hours and hours just to get a gap in the clouds. Here today it's been, yeah, raining and misty and miserable most of the day, really. Which isn't very good, but I think it's slowly, it's gone from just perpetual rain non-stop to showers at least, so it is hopefully going to be drying up soon, but where the cows are, there isn't any grass in the field basically. They've just chewed it up and it's mud, so we're going to have to just like chuck some grass seed in a fertilizer spreader and overseed it a bit to try to get the grass to grow back. But they're in those fields for another probably a bit over a month, so it's going to be a while before any of that happens. And just slightly worryingly, I think it's going to dry out, and then we might be like, it'll go from suddenly too muddy to get a tractor in and do anything to the ground is really uneven and rough and rock solid and you can't seed anything. So there'll be a short window that will hopefully line up with when the cows are out of the field, and then we'll just go over the whole thing with chain harrows and grass seed and roll it probably. Just try to get some of it growing again. Because normally it gets a bit rough, but we only need to seed a few patches where they've been walking, and this year it just turned into the Somme. Like so much mud. And I think at one point sort of we were walking around shin deep. Yeah. Just enough that you can still get tractors in and out without getting them sunk up to the axles basically. Which is good because yeah, currently the David Brown won't start, so we've been having to tow start it once a day for the last like 3 months, which doesn't help with preserving the soil. But yeah, hopefully things are on the up and it's all yeah, timing's gonna line up. But here in Alma, it's August, it's sunny, it's a world away from the misery that we've had in the UK. Right, so we're just coming up to our last of these 2 fields, and then we just got that little one at the top. So, Soup Lover, hello. Hopefully everyone can still hear me all right. I know obviously, yeah, people are doing stuff in the background, so I know. Yeah, good to see familiar faces from other people's streams and my own comments and notifications and stuff, so welcome everyone. Right, we just got one more field to do, and then I think, yeah, if time allows it, I think we'll just get on and do baling and wrapping and everything as soon as possible, really. Should have flashers on. Gone a week and I'm already forgetting the road laws. King Sim, hi. I'm alright, thanks, if that's directed at me. Yeah, hope everyone in chat's doing well and have had a good week. Right, we're not going into the farm yet. I'll go on and past it. I haven't even... I literally turned Farm Sim on like 5 minutes before starting the stream, so I haven't properly got back into the map yet. It's fun just seeing how I've left everything. I think the pigs need feeding as well, so after we've done the mowing here, we'll jump in the skid steer, and we're currently on the pallet feed again, but hopefully only another month or two of that until our soybeans and corn are actually grown and ready to harvest. I honestly can't remember the schedule I set, and actually I think our pigs are 5 months old now, so only a month before they'll be sold. Right, get this spooled up and mowing. And listen to the scraping noise in real life of all the branches on the cab roof ripping bits off. Oh, that's cool, no? Yeah, I saw, I think it was Stone Valley that got an update recently, wasn't it? I've been a bit out of place with the Mod Hub stuff, but yeah, that's a pretty cool map. And a nice setup there with the New Holland and Vermeer. Because you're a bit like me, aren't you? You're a European farming in America. Okay. And I think if we lift up, spin around on the road, we can do that outside bit. And I tend not to go too far into the map borders, just because I've been a bit screwed over in the past with stuff getting trapped outside the edge of the map. But yeah. Can come down into here now on this side without the cab getting too scraped up. Did we clip a tree? We might have done. We'll ignore that if we did. Okay. Yeah, hopefully I'm doing a neat enough job for everyone. It is quite... I enjoy in-cab driving with stuff like mowing especially, where you can just follow the lines and it's all quite nice and simple. But you do tend to, you don't have near enough visibility compared to real life. Certainly I don't on my single monitor. So yeah, last few rows of this field, and then I guess we'll take a break, have coffee break or whatever, and then feed the pigs, and then we'll crack back on, get this all rowed up, ready to go, because I don't think the weather forecast is doing anything stupid. So we should be good to at least get this all baled today and then collected up tomorrow, I want to say. We do need more pig food. I think we're down to the last 2 pallets, and they're using about a pallet a day. So we'll have to head down to the store for that. And can we get this all in one? Oh, perfect. There we go. Right. Let's get this folded back up. I don't know whether you should fold them up on the move or whether you should do it stopped. But anyway, that's good enough job for my liking. And hopefully the auto save happens before we get to the road. So we got pigs here and they're very low on food, as you see. They're low on straw as well, so we might have to buy more in, but I don't know, because we got another 4 in-game days, so like a month before we sell them. And then while we're down at the store, I shouldn't be looking at used vehicles, but I will. I don't think there was anything that particularly caught my eye before that we needed desperately. It's all either too big or too small, really. Right, I'm just going to go. I shouldn't. Needs must. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, we'll pull in at the farm, have a check up of the pigs, and can have a look at the crops as well, I guess, and the productions. Just do a run through to refresh my memory as well, because I don't remember. And then I think I'll just leave this on the disc bind for the time being. Pull it around here and out of the way a bit. There we go. It's a really nice setup, this white. And there's the hay rake, so that's all fine. So we'll get this hooked up first. Yeah, I know, Fender. I really this top corner is the best part of the map in my opinion. I think I mainly chose it because I like the white colour of the buildings best out of all of them. I forgot this was on a stupid bar. Just reverse this down here, I guess. And up. Yeah, no, the sort of rolling hills and the landscape and everything, definitely my favourite part. Okay. We're all right on maintenance. We've got diesel, so we should be good to go. Now let's take a look at the pigs. So we've got our new, what's it, Merska. Gristmill type thing there with the coon feeder. So hopefully this winter we've got a bit of a faster setup than having to really baby the two little mills we had in here. So we've just been using this to store pallets of pig food. Okay, we have 3 left, but well, anyway, today or tomorrow we'll have to go and get some, I think. And we'll just go along here and simulate. There's no like gate or anything into here, so simulate hurdling the massive concrete wall just to run over to the troughs and actually feed the pigs, I guess. Ooh, let's not punch a big hole in our brand new bit of kit. And I think one more should do. I haven't done the exact maths for how much they're eating at 5 months, but it seems to work all right. We'll check on them tonight, make sure they're not too hungry. And it's been a while, so I've actually forgotten what our plan is with the pigs. So we've got, okay, we got 60, and I think we were going to cut down the numbers more than that even to cope with the until we get more land to cope. We got loads of manure as well, so if a decent spreader pops up in sales, then maybe. There was that small one that came out by, is it JMF or something? So I might check that out. And then this here, the expandable pastures mod by Chisel. I saw that came out. I haven't really had much chance to look into it, but yeah, it's that makes me really excited, so I need to play around with that. Right, anyway, yeah, I'll do that all camera probably, and just, I mean, this pig pen thing works all right, but it does have the weird border around it and non-editable terrain, because I think if you put pigs in here, the grass would be a lot more chewed up than this. It wouldn't really be a golf course green or anything. Right, let's go and do some hay raking. And again, it's been a while, so I have to work out what work speed and all the gears and everything of this are, but we should be fine. We at least sort of kick it off the road. And I reckon it will be high third. Oh, forgot the steering's a lot slower than the white. Yeah, once we're on the level, I'll do a quick switch to what will it be, low 4, medium 4. Yeah, no, okay, high third it is. In real life, that would have been some really quick sort of two-handed action on the power shift to change both of them together, I think. And yeah, this is best doing 2 rows into one, because you can sort of overlap it and whatnot, but yeah. Oh, we never came back and did that bit around the pole, but that's all right, as long as we don't catch this on the pole. There we go. See, I don't know what people's thoughts are. I'll probably leave the decision making until winter anyway. But I'm doing this field a bit weird, aren't I? Should go around the outside last as well, I know. I tend to like doing the first row just because I followed the mower, but I know it's not what you should do. Okay, so we'll do that and then split it down the middle. Yeah, I don't know what people's thoughts are on whether I should change the difficulty to normal rather than hard. Because one part of me thinks that's the only way we're going to make any progress, and I do want to, especially now I'm doing the YouTube videos and potentially streams and stuff. It's not just for my own sake now. So I'm quite happy really grinding it out and being, to me, more realistic. More what I'm used to is not changing up a fleet every couple of years, but having very similar fleet from one year to the next, and nothing much changes. But we're going to have to expand and go big for the Own the Map challenge and to keep YouTube engagement and everything, I think. So for that reason, I reckon we'll put it onto normal difficulty, but still keeping the slightly hardcore aspect we've been going for. Now I'm running over all the rows. It's not good practice. There we are. And I reckon we're going to miss some of these little bits. Maybe not. No, we're just about all right there. Okay. So we've got three more up and down rows, and then we'll move on. And I never really knew, even with haymaking, that tedders, hay bobs, whatever you call them or use, aren't really a thing in the States nearly so much, just I guess because in a lot of places hay dries without the need for interference at all, which is a bit hard to wrap your head around coming from England, where it's raining every other day of the year at least. But I think Christ, I don't know how much we turn hay to get it to dry. We've got a neighbour who kind of does the bare minimum, and we joke around, but I think they probably turn it once or twice at least, which doesn't make very good hay over here. You do need to, I mean, there have been times, if we've been unlucky with the rain, that we've been turning it morning and evening twice a day for almost a week straight, I think. But normally it's like probably leave it to dry for 2 or 3 days, I want to say. It's been a while. Oh, we've got a deer farm now, apparently. They just decided to get into the pig pen. I'm sure they can jump the fences if they really want. Now, I didn't really forget. I half forgot that we've got this field down here as ours as well, of course. Yeah, crop field wise, we are a bit limited. We are going to need to do better. Which is why we've got 73k in the bank, but I'm not really thinking of that as like money to go splashing out on a new manure spreader or tractor or anything else. I do want I had to pause for a minute to even think if I'd already bought the John Deere mulch tiller, but I don't think I have. So yeah, some of the money's going towards that. I'm not sure what configuration. Well, we'll buy the widest one because the Steiger can handle it, but I don't know how much that'll cost. Guess we can check just before starting this. If we get in off the neighbour's drive, unfold. Yeah, right, let's quickly have a look. If we get one used, then that's obviously great, but if not, definitely this fall we're getting one way or another. So what would we have? Probably all of it. $75 is nothing. Probably weights. And then, yeah, the 13 shank 5 meter or 4.9 meter width. So yeah, that's 20. Okay, I thought it'd be about 30 grand, so that's a bit less. That's good. Now, field wise, what fields do we want? Ideally, as I've said before in the videos, 19, which we're not even halfway there, so we're going to have to do a lot more contracts. And 11, yeah, as Fender, as you say, switching to medium difficulty and then just doing less contracts. I think that's about perfect because it's a bit unrealistically disproportionate at the moment to have such well-paying contracts, and then, I mean, for real life, the profit from the crops and everything is really well-paying as well, but in game we're like making hardly anything off our own farm, and really the only way we're growing at the moment is contracts. So I think, yeah, we'll grind this year out and then switch. But yeah, I think field 11 or farmland 11, field 13, I think that's in our sights quite easily. 112k or 18, and we could buy 21 now. So one of these, I would really like this just to get the the land in the triangle there. But I'm not sure that's going to happen. We'll see. Might have one more season of leaning really heavily into the contracts and then see what we can do. I can't even, it's been so long, I can't remember how we went about tackling this little bit up the end. I think we did just reverse it, turn around, which is easier said than done because of this stupid sort of drawbar, or bar across the link arms rather. It's not really a drawbar because it's not, well, yeah, just because it's not. If we had a drawbar, we'd actually be able to turn without jackknifing it. There we go. Anyway, and we'll do sort of diagonal up and down rows, I guess, and then like round the two edges to tidy up. Missing little bits. I shouldn't care, but I do, as I'm sure we all do really with this game. But yeah, I don't know. That's a few tines needing replacing on that one. Come into the maintenance budget. Yeah, right, let's stop driving up these banks if we can help it at all. Yeah, I've made a right hash of this field as well, so we'll tidy it up one way or another, but baling might be an interesting experience. Yeah, I was saying before, I like buying the small fields because they're cheap and they feels nice to pick up lots and lots of fields, but when they're all small, it does make doing anything like this a pain because you spend almost as much time turning around on the end rows as you do actually farming in the field. Right, let's wake that up and come over here and we'll start going lengthways like this. Although I say lengthways, it's a very nearly square field, not quite, and we're going to have to drag our thing. Yeah, that's what I should have done on the last one, is split it immediately, shouldn't I? So we shall do that now. There we are, and then we don't have to worry about the slightly poor turning circle of all of this. I think what Fenderer was saying with that was yeah, you need to move your way up to this corner farm then, Pleasant. Do some pig work, which I can't recommend to anyone wanting to do and own the map, at least on hard mode. Oh god, this is awful. Wonky. Yeah, exactly. Get in with the pigs. But yeah, it's been such a financial trouble. And I think we're finally working our way out of the pit we found ourselves in. Oh, well, I didn't do a very good job. Yeah, I think people found it hard to do sort of farm builds on that farm, didn't they? Because it's really hilly. Everything's on a bit of a slope, so the landscaping, if I was going to change more than a bit of stuff, that probably would have put me off. But seeing what Fenderer did was absolutely fantastic, with all the landscaping and completely changing up the style of it. Yeah. But yeah, you got to find whatever suits you, really, don't you? Otherwise, I've always said, and I think, yeah, people agree that like the hardest part of the Own the Map, and past week haven't been too wonderful, but life gets in the way. But yeah, the hardest part of the Own the Map challenge is actually just finding something and sticking to it. Yeah, that's I tend not to do too many farming sim saves, but once you get into one, it's weird coming back to old ones. Yeah, Pleasant, that's one way of doing it, isn't it? And then you'd coming down to that little creek at the bottom, you could basically just turn it into a ravine, I guess. Because this, yeah, that's one of the things I love most about Alma, I think, is for such a kind of like, I don't want to say flat map, because that's my whole point, is that it's not a flat map, but compared to some of these like German alpine mountainside maps and everything that have such crazy topography, Alma feels so natural, and it's got just the right amount of hills without. And because one of the things I like most in Farming Sim is playing with manual gears, it has just the right amount of slope where you do need to change down gears from time to time, but not enough to get really, really frustrating like some of these British or German maps typically. Yeah, it like as with most things, it's just it works best when it's all done subconsciously and you don't notice it as an obvious decision. Because I've done a lot of looking on Google Maps, and I know Celabuki's a fantastic mapper, so I imagine this is all 100% accurate to Alma. I did ages ago look into doing a little bit of Farming Simulator mapping, and I think there are ways you can like import the topography, but I might be completely wrong. It's been years since I touched all of that side of stuff. Oh, the axles or wheel hubs are doing the thing they do sometimes. I heard a rumour that there was going to be an update to fix that in Farm Sim, but I'll ignore it for the time being. I've had it once or twice when I'm doing videos, and I just tend to stop and restart, and then it comes back. But yeah, not the end of the world for a stream. I'm not going. I don't dare restarting anything. I need to look into an actual way of doing it, because I watched one very short video on how to do it, and they like launched the stream through YouTube, and then when I was setting everything up in OBS, it gave me the option to link to YouTube, so I did that, and then it said start, so I got excited and scheduled it for 9 o'clock and pressed start, and that was that. And it sort of worked, but clearly didn't quite at the same time. Yeah, we need to drop a gear for this. And I tend to do this field at a bit of a weird angle. Okay. And yeah, it's only 1:30, so we should be able to get it all baled. Oh yeah. I don't know. I've seen people talking about that bug on Reddit, which is how I assume that it's not just a mod conflict, although it might well be, because usually when someone has a problem, it's always down to an outdated or broken mod or a mod conflict. So it might be that, or it might be a PC thing. But it's really weird. They just go out of line, and then they seem to right themselves if you restart the game. So I don't know. And it's not like not really common that it happens to me, but equally I remember a few times, so I'm sure it's probably 5 to 10 occasions. Right, what are we doing now? We'll go the other way, I think. Scrape some of this off the road so we're not dropping the baler pickup onto asphalt or gravel or whatever's on the edge there. And then we'll just pull this row in a bit. And loop round this bottom corner section, which is the messy bit. Right, that should be good. So if we head back, I think we always tend to have the white on the baler, so we'll stick it on there and bale everything up, and then that might be a good place to cool the stream, and then we can just kind of thinking about planning stuff. If we I'm gonna go for it. In reality I would never, but not BeamNG, the tractor can't crash and kill me. So if we do our baling, then next time we'll probably start the video by like showing the last little bit of bale loading and then get on to something else. I don't know if there are any contracts at the moment. I'm not going to be able to check now until we pull in. Right, so we'll continue being lazy and dump this here. Yeah, contracts. It's all just... Oh, there's a couple harvesting ones. Peas and oats, and that's field 20 and 30. 30 is a big one. I always get deceived by doing contracts in these fields here because they're really close to my farm. So I think, oh yeah, that's great. But then the actual distance to draw a trailer of grain all the way down to the sell point here is the absolute furthest way possible. So I always tend to screw myself over, take all of the so-called local contracts, and it never works. Right, this mower can go away, I think. How dirty is it? That's fine. We've got another cut left. I'm not going to worry. We just have to... We'll stick it in here, and then we'll get it out again when we do our full tillage. I guess we'll do because we left it 2 months this... Well, it's like the grass was in that unseen second growth stage I've heard people talk about, so I don't know whether we'll get more yield or whether that's a myth. But we basically left it ready to harvest for the whole of July and didn't. Right, good. Get out and look. Goal, and we got inches to spare. And the hitbox in FS says no. This is fantastically fiddly. I think that is actually me hitting it now though, so yeah. That's my poor driving. Okay, right. Giving up on that, I'm dumping it here. We'll wash it off camera, do maintenance, that'll be fine. Just fed up with it. Now, there's the baler. Yeah, laziness is efficiency, I guess. It's the easiest way to find the most efficient way of doing something is to get a lazy person to do it and hope they put in the work to streamlining it. Right, that's all hooked up. That's one thing that in Farming Sim always, like, even with manual attach, the time it takes to actually get something hooked up is far faster than in reality. It's better with these more modern stuff where you've got like hydraulic pickup hitches and everything, but certainly the older kit where you have to line everything up perfectly and you're like fiddling with the depth control on the ploughing arm and all that sort of stuff to get the 3-point link to line up. Right, let's reset the bale count. Turn on automatic drop and get going. Actually, with the I can't see an adjustable arm. Oh, I can. It's here. It's actually on the arm itself, the left-hand one. There's that little sort of crank lever that I presume you rotate to sort of skew the tilt side to side with whatever implement you've got on. It's normally the stuff that I'm used to, it's like here in the cab where that PTO lever would be. Down once, down twice. And left this with a bit of a weird bit on the end. Get baler up to speed and then drop it down. And we still got a bit over half a bale in from, guess that would have been contract. Oh. It always surprises me how quickly it comes out. I think also because I was doing contracts last time, so they're obviously not fertilized or anything. And I don't have any real in-game sound on my end anyway, because I've had it very low so I can watch Netflix and things, which normally means for videos that I have to kind of chance it and then tweak the audio in post if I want to. Oh Christ, I'm terrible. If I want to do anything with it. But yeah, this time I can see on OBS it's not picking up any game audio as far as I know. So that's a problem to fix for next stream or next recording or whatever it is. And I was going to try to record a video and release it tomorrow, because the one day I do want to get content out regularly on is every Tuesday. Partly just, particularly if I'm streaming, I can say, hi everyone, it's Rev Counter here and it's Taco Tuesday. And I'm not sure people will get that joke, but I'd spell taco the car instrument way and hope people make the leap. But I don't think I'd have any free time tomorrow to do anything, so I thought, I've got the time to stream today, why not? And I haven't been keeping up to speed on, like, I don't know who else is streaming, basically. I don't know whether Monday's an empty day to do it or not. There's probably not an awful lot of viewership Monday afternoon, like first day back at work after the weekend. Probably not the ideal time to do it. Yeah, that is one good thing about streaming, is as long as you like, you know you've got the time, you know you can get the quiet needed to actually do it well. Yeah, no editing, and then you make progress as you do it, and that's all great. One other thing that benefits streaming at the moment is I've filled up my hard drive with video content to the point where I've had to delete a couple of my videos, and I know that YouTube preserves them and keeps them up there, but I still like having a complete archive ideally. So I need to buy an external hard drive, because my PC's a terabyte of, it's got a 1 terabyte SSD. Shove this bale. And that 1 terabyte, I thought that would be plenty when I built it for yeah, about 4 years ago, 5 years ago. It was not. It filled up really quickly in the last couple of years. I've been juggling everything about because I've got a load of like software, like 3D modeling stuff as well. Partly what I have left over from uni, but also I've tried playing around with Blender and stuff like that a bit. So I've got loads of those like sort of medium-sized programs that all take up space, and then a few games that I have installed permanently, but realistically I've only been playing Farming Simulator, so I don't have too many other games installed. And I did for a while, I played a good few hundred hours of The Hunter, Call of the Wild a few years ago during lockdown. That was really good fun, and I played with just some random person I met in multiplayer who was streaming on Twitch, so we did that for quite a while, which was fun. But yeah, the Hunter's a bit of a weird one because it's a really fun game that I can get really into, but if you're not in the right mindset, it's just wander around with a gun and shoot everything that moves, and it takes most of the immersive aspect out of it. So I guess it just depends. Right. Yeah, exactly, Soup. It's like the last few times I've gone on it, I've just kind of wandered around by myself, gone to my favourite spots on a few different maps and just shot things, and then you kind of, yeah, you lose a lot of it that way. But I did have great fun with friends in the past, and we do all sorts of crazy challenges and stuff, and go like hunting in tree stands with shotguns and all sorts. Just like we really milked that game for all its content it had at the time. And then I played Red Dead Redemption afterwards, which is an absolutely fantastic game, and I think because I did the hunting in that, it's kind of put me off the Hunter for a while. But they're both great in different ways. Oh, I didn't realise that was such an issue, Fenderer, because yeah, I know it's you obviously stream on Twitch because it's easier, but yeah, I didn't realise YouTube. You would have thought they'd have some workaround for now, but I'm sure integration for YouTube streaming will come in time, because it's only been the last couple of years that it actually gained any popularity at all, wasn't it? So yeah, we can hope that with I'm not up to scratch on console news at all, so I don't know how much longer the Xbox Series and PS5 have left in them. Yeah, that could. Again, I don't really know anything about it, but that sort of stuff could hopefully just kind of promote innovation a bit and open up some potential options for stuff. But yeah, I'm sure YouTube will only get easier to do direct from console as the consoles get more powerful, but also just as I'm sure YouTube streaming's going to gain in popularity. I think Twitch is still massive, of course, but it's after that initial bit of kind of no streamers really being on YouTube. It just makes sense now that people can make videos and stream on the same platform without too many hitches. Oh, just an April Fool's thing though. Yeah. Yeah, like I said, I know absolutely nothing about what's going on in the console world. I think the last console that I properly played more than just like a couple hours of, because I have did try Gran Turismo on my brother's PS5 and that kind of stuff. But the last console I had to myself and actually played through games on was the original Nintendo Wii. So that gives you all the context you need. And I just realised I did all of that in Top Gear, which is a bit stupid. Made the white work harder than needed, and hopefully didn't like slip the clutch massively. Didn't do an awful lot of I get so annoyed when I'm just, first of all, when I miss the indicator at all. But yeah. Cool. Yeah, Rocket League, I had some friends who got really into it in the, God, it's going back years and years now, which makes me feel old, but yeah, that initial hype. But yeah, I never really got into it the same way they did, so I played one game and hopelessly failed. But yeah, it's one of those things that you just need a bit of practice on to pick up all the controls. But I look at the like compilation montages thing, and yeah, it's just a bit nuts how anyone does all the trick shots and stuff in Rocket League. The bale counter is now on 431. Probably about half of those are contract bales. So yeah, it's really we've gotten our money back from it and more, I'm sure. And yeah, I have really fond memories as a kid. I can't remember, might have been Forza Motorsport 3 or Forza FM3 or FM4. I played with friends and loved that game. That was great. But yeah, I've heard some quite dire things about the new Forza Motorsport. I'm sure it's still decently enjoyable. Like it's yeah, still a good game, but I think people were just disappointed comparing it to Gran Turismo and comparing it to what they promised compared to, well, it's like a lot of games. They get heavily criticised because they don't live up to the hype, or they can't make that next sort of jump in quality as the series progresses. And it's the same with like, well, like the Dirt 5, I think it is, was supposed to not be nearly as good as Dirt 3 and 4. Maybe it was Dirt 4 that was the bad one, I can't remember now, but those sorts of things. And like Project Cars 3, they changed the genre really from a sim racer to an arcade thing, and everyone hated that. But again, I think it was still a decent game, it just, the audience expectations were different. Yeah, like I think a lot of people, all they do is complain, but I'd probably enjoy it if I played it. But I've seen some of the videos that like the I understand that one of the main criticisms is that it's marketed for sort of competitive esports type sim racing, and the penalty system and everything really isn't there. So yeah, maybe I'd give it a go, but I don't. The one Forza game that I did really like was I played a lot of Forza Horizon 4 during lockdown. That was great, obviously, with it being set in the UK. And again, I think people were a bit disappointed with Forza Horizon 5, but I didn't really see too much wrong with it. I think it was just they wanted something that was more than what they got. But it looked good, but I had Horizon 4 on... Oh god, there's a car. I had Horizon 4 on Game Pass, so I stopped doing Game Pass stuff, and never really felt the need to rebuy it or to pick up Horizon 5. But yeah, no, Horizon 4 was awesome. In the last couple years, going around, we did that little road trip with the Trabant. Took it all the way up to Scotland and back, and we went through Edinburgh and saw all the landmarks from Forza Horizon, which was worthwhile doing. So got some good photographs for that. Struggling a bit on this slope, so we can drop the power shift down. Oh god, down into under, just to get it around that corner. I think that's the main hill on this bit. Well, I mean, the whole field's a hill. It's not kid. Oh, and that's convenient, isn't it? Well, it will be for loading, I guess, as we usually park the trailer just literally like up alongside there. Yeah, so we had 6 out of that first field. We got 1, 2 so far out of this, so that's 13. We got 7 out of that other field, which, again, I think it's about average, maybe 1 more than normal. I'm doing that little bit around the edge, and just how the partial bales in the bale chamber work out as you go from field to field. So we'll have to see whether we have one bale more than last time or not by the end of it. But normally we get about 4, I want to say, off this little patch. And it's perfect timing too, because it's just coming up to like 4:30 in the afternoon. So, well, that was good timing on the bale as well. Yeah, so just getting a bit late in the day. Might actually be getting close to this sort of time for you guys, I'm not sure. But it's 10:30 here. Hey, Sim. Yeah, no, I messed up the stream and killed it and had to restart, but I think we're all good now, though I'm not sure I've got game audio. So that's still one thing to figure out. But yeah, we managed to fit everything here into one. 96%, so I wonder if we can... I said to myself I wouldn't do this and go around and pick up little bits and pieces, but at 96% I think we've got to try. $98. I'm sure there's enough here. Although I don't know, don't we need like 9.81 cubic yards, I think. So we're really going to be picking bits. Yeah, no, the mic's the main thing for sure, and I was saying before, I tend to have the game audio really, really low anyway. I think at the moment it's almost muted. If I press the horn, I can't hear anything. Oh, is it really going to be that stubborn? I guess I can take it. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take the baler home and get a bit out of that back field that I'm sure I missed. And then that's one less bale to transport back. Lazy efficiency. And yeah, I don't know whether we'll get all the bale picking done on stream. I think I'll maybe do one load, see how the I don't know. We might leave it at the end of the day, so if we order some pig food from the store, we can go and pick that up. And be realistic and take them. Well, realistic, the store would have their own forklift, but so what I tend to do is just super strength stuff on and use the magical video cutting to pretend. Let's find that. Is there any drop grass, or did we do too good a job? I don't think that's going to cut it. There's a little bit. I say we give it a go, and then if we don't get a bailout, next time it will be... Lambing season is sort of dragging on a little bit, not as badly as last year, but I think think we have about 15 sheep left to lamb. Well, no, actually, we probably got closer to 10 because we got a few out with the sheep waiting to lamb that lost lambs, although we had a much better success rate this year. So, yeah, it hasn't been too bad really at all, but I'm going down at 3 AM to check them tonight. And yeah, it's gotten to the point where we have a few days without any lambing, and then a hectic day with like 3 or 4 at once. Nothing's easy. Oh, and there we go, there's our bale. Perfect. Right, so we'll take this and just drop it back. And then order some more pig food, I think, because we'll definitely need it. Oh, the bale is still running. And that makes 18 bales total. We'll go and count the ones out here while we're here, actually. See if we got one more. 2, 6, 8, 10, 12, because it's hard to see. 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 23. Right, well, that's far more. No idea what that's about then. Right, well, I won't dwell on that. We will buy some pig food. I can't remember, I think I tend to get the Maize Plus stuff, but I think I edited it so it was all the same. And if they're being sold in a month, taking 2 pallets a day, then we need 8. Which is a bit of a hit, but we've got the money and we'll get it back, I think. And I think actually, yeah, what I'll do is I'll probably leave the stream here. Sorry to Sim, he's just tuned back in, but I will try to get a video out sometime soon, I'm sure, and maybe I count this stream as a success. Yeah, it'll be good. We can't have many weeks left, Sim, so it's all been quite well. And then we've got a couple cows who are going to calve somewhat soon. So things still happening, but the weather's looking a bit better and there's less to do with the lambs. So yeah, thanks everyone. Yeah, thanks for sticking around. We've had actually I think about sort of 5 or 6 people constantly in the chat, I think. Well, constantly watching the stream, and a few people in the chat. Cheers, yeah. Yeah, no, thanks for hanging out, Fenderer. And yeah, Soup and everyone, and Pleasant was here earlier, of course, and Doug, and yeah, I'm forgetting some, I'm sure, but yeah, cheers everyone, and I will see you all probably in a video next, but we'll maybe slot in a stream where's convenient, and I'll carry on tweaking things. Right, okay, bye.